seem to get this kind of in the wrong place with my camera. So let me see if I can shift it a little bit. I'm not sure if I have to do a few more little adjustments along the way, but we'll get it right. So how is everyone doing? Y'all, I'm a little bit of a mess right now. I have been outside. I came on and did a live this afternoon about 3 o'clock for the Craft 30 Hostess Club, and which is part of the Craft Round the Clock group. Is where you guys can watch all the lives, and just did a little 30-minute craft, and didn't finish, but I've been working on it since then. But then I had to go outside and do a little bit of work, getting some bushes pulled up and just spring stuff that you got to do, and um, needed to come back in. And it's just been a busy day for a Monday, I'm telling you. But listen, I want to, as you join, hey, by the way, I'm scattered. As you join, please give StreamYard permission to display your name so I can say hello. Please tell me hello as you join. I love having conversations with my audience. But there's my friend Janice. Yes, Janice. Twice in one day. I'm making up for lost time. Y'all, I just want to thank you so much for letting me just kind of slow down a little bit last week. My friend Christine, how are you, girl? I just needed to unwind and be with my kids. My hair. I hate when people talk about their hair, but y'all, mine is a mess. I'm telling you, I've been outside. I'm so sorry. I try to look a little bit better, but I'm still got on my t-shirt from being outside. I just ran out of time. I feel like my whole day's been like that for a Monday, just running. So, where was I? Oh, I just needed to slow down. It was just everybody's got to have a break, and it was time for me to have a break. And so I had my granddaughter some, and then my children came in, and we just had a good weekend. My daughter is 34 weeks pregnant today, y'all. I'm not quite sure. Oh, girl, thank you so much, Janice. I feel like a hot mess right now. I'm not kidding. Um, she's 34 weeks pregnant today, and I don't see how she's going to make it to her due date, which is the middle of May. I just don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, we we gave her a sprinkle. I don't know if y'all have heard of a sprinkle, but like when you have your first baby, you usually get a baby shower. And so this is her second baby. And so a sprinkle is where you don't do the whole blowout of all the big gifts, all the big things, all the things first time parents need. But you do things like diapers and bibs, burp cloths. You can do clothes if you want to, but just kind of the things that you have just worn and used to death with the first baby, you kind of need to replace those things. So we did a sprinkle, and we just had family, and just one of her really close friends came. So it was just a small gathering, and it was at my house, and we just had such a good time. And it was just, it was just a lot of fun just to get together and just laugh and just enjoy being together and celebrate her and baby Charlie. They're naming the baby. It's a girl, naming her Charlie, and I think that's so cute for a little girl. So excited. And of course, my granddaughter, my 3-year-old granddaughter, Elena, she was just doted on also. It was just a lot of fun. And then Easter with the family. It was just wonderful. And but I'm exhausted. Can I just say that? I am tired. Y'all, this morning I woke up and I thought, I really am not all together, all together. I was just like, oh my. I'm telling you, all the brain cells and all the body cells are all required for a 3-year-old, and then all the activities we had all weekend long. So I thought, why not do a 3 o'clock live craft thingy with Craft Round the Clock? And um, what better way to get back in the game, right? So, y'all want to see what I did now? I know Janice came for the 3 o'clock. So, Christine, you probably haven't seen it, but I got it done. So, I couldn't get it done because when I do those craft around the clock things, you only have 30 minutes because there's a lot of different, it keeps moving. There's a lot of different presenters, and that's the way it's designed. And y'all, I'm just not good at the 30-minute crafts, but I do my best. Oh, girl, Lisa, I sure did. Oh, she is. Y'all, I got to tell you. So there are so many Elena stories from last week, but the funniest one, I think. So the other grandparents, they have a little farm with different kinds of animals. They've got llamas, donkeys, horses. Um, what else? I guess that's all that there is out in the field. And then they've got chicken houses and chickens and all that stuff. Oh, that is so exactly right, Janet. Hello, by the way. I'm just now seeing you on here. Um, so one afternoon, her other grandfather, and she calls him Poppy. And so we all call him Poppy. Um, and she said, Poppy, I want to go see animals. And so they go outside, and I was not over there when this all happened, but I've seen the pictures. Y'all, it's hilarious to hear them tell it anyway, and then see the pictures. So he and Elena were out in the chicken coop, and she wanted to catch a chicken, and he said, "We'll catch it, we'll catch it." And she was chasing a chicken around. Now she's 3. And so the chicken ran behind a concrete block, and when it got behind the concrete block, it stayed there. I guess it thought it was hidden there. And I want you to know, she reached out and grabbed that chicken by the tail feathers and pulled it out and held it up. And it was just, wah, wah, you know how chickens do. It was just going berserk. It did not peck her. And Poppy said, "You caught it. You caught it." And he said, "Don't let go. Don't let go." And he was trying to get to her as quick as he could. And he was taking pictures too. And because you gotta commemorate those moments. And she held on to that thing. I mean, she wasn't afraid and she didn't let go. And he got over there and he helped her and he got it positioned in her arms and he got more pictures of her holding it the right way. Now, let me say, he's a veterinarian, so he was very trained and well knowledgeable on how to do all the things, but I could not believe that she caught a chicken and held on to it. I wouldn't have done it. I would not have done it. I have no interest in that. Oh my goodness. But anyway, that was one of the funniest Elena stories. And we just had such a good time. Oh, she's such a mess. But anyway, I could talk all night about her and y'all would get so tired of hearing my granddaughter stories. But I wanted to tell y'all. So if you join me at 3 o'clock, I showed y'all that at the sprinkle, I use these beautiful napkins. Look at the colors, y'all. And it's got a navy background. And you know me. Yes, Janice, they can be scary. That's what I'm thinking. So when you have a dark background, look, piece of napkin, I'm thinking on my lip. Look at how vibrant it makes the other colors. Isn't that pretty? So these were the napkins and the plates for the sprinkle. So a lot of people are doing napkin art now. And I've been curious about it. I've never done one. So that's what I did on my live this afternoon. And what I did was I covered an 8.5 by 10. No, 8 by 10. Y'all, I'm telling you, the brain cells are not all rejuvenated. So let me share my screen. I'm going to show you. So let me adjust my phone a little bit because I can never tell until I get in this position exactly how it's going to be. Okay. So I wanted to do something for Mother's Day because I'm feeling Mother's Day now. And let me turn this around so you can see. So it's going to stop moving here in a second. So when you take these napkins apart, they are 2-ply. And you take that top layer off and you take Mod Podge and you put it on your surface and then put your napkin on top of that and smooth it out. Your internet was down for 2 days. You're trying to play catch up on the replays. Oh, Janet, I am so glad, girl. It's so good to see you. It really is. Y'all, it's so encouraging when I see all of my people here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. So I tried because when you take it apart, it kind of left a tone on tone imprint on the second one. So my idea was to try to lay that down, and it just wasn't working out like I thought it would. But you never know till you try. I mean, my goodness, you just never know till you try. So I have these other little 4x6 canvas boards, and I thought, well, and I even said on my live this afternoon that if it failed, I have this, and this is my next plan. So what I did was I glued this other canvas board in the center after the napkin dried, and first I painted white. And what's interesting, let me explain this part just a smidge. Where is that? Did I use it all? Did I throw it away? Maybe I did. This is not regular. Oh no, here it is. This is not regular white. This is satin acrylic white. Can you see that? Satin acrylic. And it says that it's quick drying, and it says it's dishwasher safe. So probably this is something that you might could use on something decorative that you would, like a cup or a plate or something. I'm not sure. I would have to study up on that. So don't take that to the bank. So I did put that down first, and it left sort of an interesting sheen on there. And I don't know if you can kind of see, it has a little bit of a shine to that white. So then I took some pink, and it's actually called fuchsia. Okay. And I put like streaks in there and almost dry brushed it on because I wanted this, since the flowers and all are kind of impressionistic. I kind of wanted an impressionistic kind of background on this. I didn't want to just leave it white. And then I took my letters that I just printed off the computer and used my carbon paper to transfer the lettering on there, and then painted my lettering. And I want to do a little bit more to the lettering. And then I just felt like doing some of these paper flowers quilling. It's paper quilling, flowers and leaves. Um, hey, Diane, how are you? I think you're saying perfect. Is that what you're saying? I'm not quite sure. I think that's what you're saying. Um, to kind of match the colors in the napkin. And so this is an 8x10. Let me hold it up this way so you can see it this way. And maybe it'll give you a little bit better image of it there too. But I think it turned out really pretty, y'all. I'm going to post it in the Craft Around the Clock group too, now that I've got it finished. I love paper quilling. I don't do it very often, but this is a little bit better because it's a little bit closer. I don't do it very often because it does take a little bit of time to roll up all those strips of paper and then to shape them like you want them to be. But I think it really, really turned out pretty. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do with this just yet. I haven't decided. I don't know if I want to try to frame it without, just leave it like a 3D sticking, just have the frame around it, or if I want to put it on an easel. I'm not quite sure. But it was fun. It was neat. I love doing this napkin thing. So I can't let go of these flowers. I'm just really inspired by these. Oh, thank you all. Thank you all. I'm glad you listen. Facebook, I don't know if I've told y'all this. I think I've mentioned it, but if you guys really, really love this, and y'all, I'm staying true. So I've got stuff. Um, and of course, where is it? I bet it's over here. Don't go away. Hang on. Hang on. I, I guess I did leave it in the other room. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I've got some cool stuff, and I know that I've got various things, but I'm going to give, I want to send a gift to someone. And it's going to be a mystery gift this time since I forgot to bring the stuff in here. But y'all, I care about what you think, and I care about giving y'all things that matter. And so the way that I want to decide is kind of how we did the other night. Is if you give me hearts, please tell me that you have given me some hearts. And I want to write down your name, and then at the end of the evening, I will be, that will tell me who I need to send the gift to. How's that? How does that sound? You want to do that? So I see I've gotten a few hearts. So if you've given me hearts, will you tell me? Because sometimes I can't always tell who's given me hearts. So I'm looking for paper. Y'all, I know you see me like, I really thought I had my act together. I'm telling you, the neurons have not returned. So I'm going to have to get a paper towel, I guess. Oh my goodness. Y'all, bear with me. I'm sure we got paper. Why would a crafter not have paper? Oh my goodness. All right. Told you I had paper. Okay. I'm just going to cut up some paper. So who's get Diane is. Diane is. Let me cut up my little strips real quick, y'all. Y'all, I promise to be more with it in the future. My goodness. And I love giving y'all things. I do. I just, it's fun. It's fun. And I just love loving on y'all. So, y'all, I ate so much food yesterday. I don't need to eat the rest of the week. I'm just saying. Okay, let me write you. Okay, hold on. Let me write your names down. All right. So, first one is Diane Foster. I want to be sure to spell your name. This helps me learn you guys also. It's a two-way street here. It's a win-win. Diane Foster. Okay, Janice. Janice, I always want to say your name's Janice Elliott, but that's your middle. But I guess it's your maiden name. Because there's a lot of Elliots that live around here, and that just sticks in my brain. And plus, the neurons have not returned. Lisa Rakowski. All right, and Christine Mertens. All right. Awesome, girls. Thank you so much. All right. We'll see what happens. Okay. I don't want to miss anybody. So I will repeat later on. All right. So this is what I want to do tonight. Had to bring y'all up to speed on what I did this afternoon. So because I can't get these things off my mind, I've got another canvas here and I'm going to attempt something very different. And I need this other very dark blue, and I've got a navy blue, and I'm about to run out of this midnight blue, so I'm just going to go with the navy blue. Move my little pieces of paper out of the way just in case somebody else joins us. We want to let them know so they can get in on this. So I'm going to put this navy blue on my palette, and I'm going to cover this entire board with this navy blue because that's what it's doing in the napkin. Let me get my little brush wiped off here. So, what else was I going to tell you about? So my dad came up about, I don't know, 5:30 or 6. And he's been helping me pull up bushes that are just very overgrown and need to be. It's just time. Sometimes you plant bushes and they are awesome for so long, and then it's just time. They just need to come out and you need to start all over. And so we've been working on that. We've been talking about it for a long time and working on it a little at a time. So I need to put that brush back in there. Okay, we'll just use this brush. All right, so this is navy blue. And I just love dark backgrounds, you guys. And let me say too, I mentioned this at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I know Christine has heard this because she's in our Paint Create group. Um, but I love these canvas boards. For a long time, I was all about the stretch canvas boards and had a ton of them on my shelf. But now I just really think, whoops, stringy thing there. Now I just really think I'm all about these canvas boards because They're so much more versatile. You can frame them. You can put them on an easel. Um, there's just a lot more that you can do with them. So I hope this isn't too close. I hope y'all can see okay. I tried to find another way to do my camera, and um, so that it would be more overhead, and I couldn't get it to, and it wasn't because of my camera. It was the app that I use um, wouldn't allow me to use a different setting. I don't know, y'all. Technology. It can. It's a love hate relationship with me. But I try very very hard. So I keep watching for if anybody else has joined us because I want them to be sure and get in on our stuff. So tell me, did you guys have a good Easter? Did you do anything special? Let me put a little bit of water on here to help this glide a little. It's it tends to dry. Of course, I've got my fan going too because it tends to get warm in these lights. But tried to keep this all smoothed out. You guys, my allergies are just kicking in like big time. I just have to live on allergy medicine right now. It's crazy. I'm afraid we're going to blink and it's going to be hot before we know what's happened. Oh, my nose is running. I'm so sorry. So tell me, what have y'all been doing? Tell me about your weekend. Did y'all? I tell you what I want to know is what is your favorite dish to cook for special family gatherings or special events? Because, and the reason I ask is it seems like at all of our family functions, we always cook the same things and we all cook our same dishes. Like, oh, this is the other thing I was going to tell y'all. I'll get to that in a minute. So, like the things that I always cook are the dressed eggs and baked beans, and then I have this recipe called green rice casserole, which is basically a broccoli and cheese casserole with rice in it. So let me back up to when my son got married last September. Um, as I begin this tale of what occurred this weekend. So last September, um, the wedding is upon us, and my daughter and her husband and my then 2-year-old granddaughter were on the road almost, well, like, they were probably hour and a half, 2 hours away from my house. And I discovered that my hot water heater died. This is wedding weekend. I have one sister and her husband, and they're amazing. And they were cooking the food for the rehearsal dinner. And this is the day before the rehearsal dinner. Rehearsal dinner is on Friday. This happens on Thursday night. Thursday night. So it all ends well. I have some amazing friends that the Lord has just blessed me with. And long story short, because my family was so tied up with wedding preparation stuff, I called my friends and they came to my rescue and they figured out that I needed a new hot water heater. They went to Lowe's, they got one for me, they installed it, and we just figured out the money part of it later. And I'm telling you, that was a blessing because I was frazzled. I had so much to do to get ready for the rehearsal dinner and just an emotional time anyway with my son getting married. So there's that. So fast forward to this weekend, and my granddaughter's with me, and she's been taking some antibiotics for a little ear infection, and it has to be refrigerated. And so she spent the night with me Tuesday night and Wednesday night. And I got up Wednesday morning to give her her medicine, and she acted like she didn't want to take it. And she's usually very, very good about taking her medicine. And so I thought, this doesn't feel very cold. Sure enough, my refrigerator had died. Here it is, Easter weekend. I'm giving this sprinkle for my daughter, and I've got a ton of cooking to do, and I'm like, of course. I've been down this road before. Of course this happened. So I call the repair guy, who's somebody I know. I've known him for a long time. He's a great guy. And he comes out and figures out that the control panel had gone out on it. And he said that, I mean, my refrigerator is not ancient, but, it's between 10 and 15 years old. And he said he could probably get a part. It's not going to be cheap, but, it's cheaper than buying a new refrigerator. And so he orders it. He said, I should have the part, no promises, but he said, I should have the part Friday. I said, okay, that'll work because that'll have it here, you getting it installed and have me up and running in time for me to do what I need to do Saturday morning for the sprinkle, middle of the day on Saturday. And he calls me Friday about an hour before the sprinkle starts, and the part came in, but it was not for a refrigerator. It was for a washing machine. Yes. So he was not happy with the company that did that. And I was like, what am I going to do without a refrigerator? Let me dry this while we're talking. And he felt terrible. I felt sorry for him because he felt terrible. So they called the company and they ordered the part again. And there's supposed to be a part coming in on Saturday. So 1 hour before the sprinkle starts, he calls and says, I have bad news. Hey, Miss Kathy, we're painting some spring flowers on a navy background. Um, he says, I have bad news. The part did get here and it was for the washing machine and not the refrigerator. I said that already, y'all. The neurons. And so I said, you need to tell whoever that is over there that this is not working for my life this weekend. It is not good. Thank you, Kathy. And he said, I know, I'm so sorry. So he said, now it'll probably be Tuesday. So my sister has a refrigerator in her garage. I just have to, it's very inconvenient. So I have an ice chest here that I keep my essentials in that I got to have every day. Um, and I have the rest of the stuff up there in her refrigerator in her garage. But of course it happened this weekend. So, hey, Kathy, since you're just getting here, I need to tell you because Facebook really loves when the audience uses the little hearts and things up there. So if you enjoy what you see tonight and you feel like giving me some hearts and you let me know that you did, um, I'm going to write your name down. And then I want to give someone a mystery gift. I've got some really cool things set aside, and because I forgot to bring them into the studio with me because I don't have all my neurons back yet. um, at the end of the evening, we're going to figure out who I get to send a mystery gift to. So let me know if you feel like you would like to do that. Okay, so I have my navy board. Isn't it pretty? And I even like the graduating colors, how it laid in. I really do like that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hang on to my navy. I'm just gonna set it to the side. Yeah, my nose all of a sudden because I was outside. I know that is it. All right, I actually want to turn the board this way. And I'm just going to kind of wing this. Let me get let me get one that's already open though. I love desert sand. Yeah, either desert sand or khaki one. Desert sand's a great one to use for just kind of messing around and figuring out just some sketching. What do I want to do with this? I would love to get something done tonight. I just want this to kind of be a fun, let's get back together kind of thing. Okay, so I want to go back and see what y'all said about dishes. You kept your Christine. Oh my goodness, girl. She says she kept her recliner from floating to the ceiling. You are too funny. Too funny. All right. Oh, Diane, that strawberry pretzel salad. Girl, I love that stuff. Is amazing. Janice says fruit salad. That stuff's really good. I about decided this summer, y'all, I've got to get this weight off. Okay, I'm just going to be transparent here. I weigh more now than I have ever weighed in my entire life, and I feel it. And there's a lot of reasons why, and I know what they are. And we all have all the things, okay? But I have to do something. So I have thought to myself that this summer I ought to keep fruit salad mixed up and made up in my refrigerator when I have one, and live on that. Just eat a lot of that. Janet, girl, I feel you. Y'all are so wonderful. I just love y'all. Okay, I'm going to get my round brush that I love so much. And what I see in my mind is I'm going to kind of start down here because I want to kind of figure out where my base is, because I really am feeling a vase of some kind. Oh, I got something else to tell y'all. Y'all, I'm just full of, you can tell I haven't been with y'all in a whole week. Has it been it's been close to a whole week anyway. So, I want to add another product line to my repertoire, whatever you want to call it. I've decided I'm going to take my art and make it into note cards to sell to you guys, like a set of 4 or 5 or something. And I've been looking around at some sites to see what it costs to do that, and getting it all together. And before long, I'm going to have that ready to roll out to y'all. But I thought that would serve 2 purposes. One, I love note cards, just blank note cards. Um, I just have always loved them to send something for whatever occasion to somebody just thinking of you, or, there's just a lot of different reasons. But then it's also a great way to get a piece of my art without necessarily having a whole print, I don't know. But yes, it's something that you can frame. You could do crafts with it if you wanted to. It would serve a lot of different purposes. Now, the trick is if I can make this same kind of, hold on. Pretty close. Pretty close. Not quite, but pretty close. Now I can make that correction here. It's trying to get very close to the same. I'm not good at doing the same on both sides, but I can make those corrections as we go along. Let's see here. Hey, Miss Ann. Oh, thank you, Janice. I was hoping y'all would tell me whether or not that would be a good idea. Girl, I can't let go of these flowers. I'm in love with them. And so I've got to paint some. So I painted my board all navy, and I'm going to have to do some of these pretty flowers on here. And the interesting thing is, this is going to be kind of a glass something something. And how do I make glass look like glass is a very good question. Very good question. So right here, let me just pick up some navy and kind of cover this up that I don't want to use. And I can always make that look like stems or something. So if it doesn't cover up too well, no big deal. We will improvise. Hey, I'm good at improvising. All right. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and put the mouth of it right here. Now, I want to get some of these really bright colors going. And I'm going to use some of this fuchsia that I used earlier. And y'all, this napkin's my inspiration. Boy, man, that's a horrible glob. Get that off. All right. So this is my inspiration, okay? So I'm going to kind of set it over here where I can see it good. Because I want to use some of these shapes for the flowers. So I've got some fuchsia. Y'all, look at how bright that is. So bright. I just love it. So I'm going to make some petals. And I'm letting my brush do a lot of the work. I've got a little glob right there. I think it's because I have had these paints for a long time. And I'm trying to use them up before I go buying some more. I am all about these beautiful colors. I was, in fact, tonight when my dad came up to help me pull up some of these bushes, and he brought his tractor, and while he was hauling one of them out into the woods, I was pulling weeds around some of my rose bushes and noticing whether or not they were going to make it, survive the winter, and they're looking good. I love my rose bushes. Okay, I need to dry this so I can put another coat on. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. Lisa likes the note card idea. Janet said note cards is excellent. Maybe the set would be this. Oh, yes, definitely the chapels. Definitely the chapels. But the sea life, that's a great idea. Oh, good. And y'all, see, y'all are my sounding board. Y'all are my sounding board. Y'all will be honest with me. I know you will. Look at that. Isn't that pretty, y'all? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but this navy on the back, it almost looks like velvet, the way that the paint laid on there. I just love it. Love it, love it. I want to really get a really good rich coat on here. Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit bigger. I just feel, I'm feeling bold and beautiful, y'all. I think that was a soap opera back in the day, wasn't it? Do they even still have soap operas? Is Days of Our Lives still going? Does anybody know? All right, let me get this dry. Now, confession time. If there are soap operas still going, who still watches them? I want to know. And I want to know which ones. Boy, I tell you what, that navy blue is still all on this brush. I have to really scrub my brushes tonight. They are very thick with it. Okay. Get all this pink out to make sure I'm getting a good. Because what I want to do now is I want some white. Let's see here. But I don't want that satin. And that is satin. I don't want that. I want just my regular white. So I guess I'll go ahead and use my matte. Yeah. Okay. So y'all, I am getting out of my comfort zone here and going a little impressionistic because I'm trying to. I've always wanted to attempt something a little more impressionistic anyway, but I'm trying to do something similar to what's on this napkin because I just love this napkin so much. So I do want to blend these colors just a little bit more so there's not such harshness. Now, one thing I want to do is I'm going to take my little round brush. I'm going to outline this a little bit, mainly because I want to keep the white on the inside, so where the white tried to escape. And I think I'm going to go ahead and carry some of this pink on in so that we have good definition of the petals. So this is a variation from the napkin. This is my thing. We're just going to give it a little bit different look. And that's all good. I'd like to have my own look. I want to put a little bit more of a tip on these petals. So I want to add that. And I'm going to let some of this bleed over into the white, just kind of like a dry brush. And just carry it on down. Okay. Now, one thing I think I'd like to do is I want to take just a little bit of this pink and I want to mix it in with this white so I get a little bit softer color, because I'm wanting to add some detailing, but I don't want it either one of these colors. I'm wanting it somewhere in between. So let me see what I can do there. And I'm going to just try to add that. Boy, don't bright colors just make your heart happy? I mean, this just makes my heart lighten up. It just does. Okay. Now, I want to do what I want to see what y'all are saying. No soaps, no soap operas for you guys. From time to time, the young and the restless and days of our lives. Hi, Eva. It's nice to have you tonight, girlfriend. Glad you're here. I'm going to take, first of all, the end of my paintbrush, and I'm tipping the end of my paintbrush into the white because then I'm just going to make dots. And I want those to dry. So we're going to go do something else while those are drying, and we'll come back to that. Now, what else do we want to do? We want to do let's do some yellow poppies. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I've got some really bright yellow too. This is called bright yellow. How perfect is that? Let's see what we can do with this. I got bright yellow paint all over my thumb, so we'll just put right on the brush. Okay. So let's try to, let me think about where I want to put this, given the shape of it. Probably right up through here. So let's just go this way. I'm just going to try to keep this kind of loose. And we got to think about the back side of the poppy, which is going to be right through there. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me draw this because we got a base. Hi, Rachel. I'm great. How are you doing? I am glad you're here. We are having fun. We are just having fun, girl. Just chatting. I am just glad to be back. I've taken some time to relax and enjoy my kiddos. Listen, those of you just joining, um, Facebook has this new thing where they really love whenever the audience uses the hearts feature. So what I want to do, I want to send a mystery gift to somebody. And so, if you enjoy what you see here tonight, and if you feel inclined to hit the hearts button, just let me know you've done that. And I want to write down your name. And then at the end of the evening, we're going to figure out who I get to send a mystery gift to. That's my plan, y'all. Okay, so before I finish out the color on this, I need black as my center. Because poppies have black centers. So I'm going to get some black going. And just like I did, hold on a second. Get this little glob off. I don't want that mixed into my stuff. Here we go. Got it on me too. My nail girl's going to think, Teresa, what have you done? What have you done to your nails? Okay, so let me see here. I want to write down your names. I've got a little glass here. Let me do this real quick before we go any further. Where'd my pen go? There it is. Rachel says she's good. She said, you're going to the beach with your daughter and your husband for the night. She's 4. Oh, I bet she is excited. Oh, how fun. Okay, that was really wet. That's right there. So that's why I needed to come over here. So, Rachel Williams. And there's Eva Ackerman. So, y'all, I'm a little nervous. I got to tell y'all this too. Y'all, I'm just full of stuff tonight. Tomorrow's the day that I take the Dogwood Chapel to the art gallery for the art show. And I'm so nervous. I am so nervous. I just, oh, I don't know what to expect. I've never done this before, but I'm just going to step out on faith, and y'all just pray for me. I don't expect to win at all, win anything at all, but it's just I've got to keep an open mind, an open heart to what others may think of my work. And I may never really know unless I just kind of put it out there in an event. I mean, y'all tell me. And I know y'all say y'all love me. Y'all keep showing up, so you must. but this is, just a different venue, and I'm just nervous. Just nervous. I'll just say that. It's just a whole new thing, and of course, everybody, everybody would love to win, but I hope, I get some good feedback. I would love some good feedback to say, and even then, I have to keep that in perspective as far as um, that is one person's opinion. You know what I mean? Hi, my friend Rena. How are you, girl? I am so glad you're here. I am feeling spring and flowers. Rachel says, don't be nervous. Oh, Rachel, you are so sweet. Thank you. That's exactly right, Janet. You are exactly right. That's why I could talk myself out of it. I'm just nervous. And so I just want to ask y'all to pray for me. Um, that I will have peace, and that whatever happens, happens, and it's all good. God's got me. And it will be a good learning experience for me just because I have never done this before. Let me draw this real quick. Um, but it's still just putting yourself out there. Thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate your prayers. That really means a lot to me. And I purposefully want to cover up just a few of these little black things right on the edge so that they look like they're truly inside. So that's happening tomorrow. And I'm not sure if I'm doing this exactly right on the I love poppies. I love red poppies. There was a painting, I always wanted it and I never got it, of a red poppy field. It was just beautiful. And I never did break down and get it for one reason or another, probably because kids needed stuff, if I had to guess. Um, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I add more detail to that. I've got a few more ideas. So now that this is probably dried, I want to go back and I want to add some of this bright pink dots in here. I don't want to cover up all the white, but I do want to add these darker colors add dimension. So that's probably good, just like that right there. Okay, so while the yellow's drying, let's see. What else do we need? I'm looking at this napkin. Oh, we need some little blue flowers. Um, Probably need to put some of those right up through here, but we need something right through here. Oh, tulips. And they're kind of a salmon color. Let's get this. This is called bright salmon. How about that? Oh, thank you, Eva. Thank you, Janet and Rena, Lisa, Eva. Oh, girl, thank you so much. You're so encouraging. Y'all just make my day. Whoops. Nearly cut myself. This is never been opened, but I want to use this color. Use these little scissors to get this plastic off. There we go. So, have any of y'all had any success at weight loss by chance? I know I'm asking y'all a very personal question, but I'm telling y'all, I got to do something. Let's see. Let's see how these tulips are shaped and see what we can do here. All right. I got to think about this. I'm thinking about the size right now. They've got these tulips in this napkin quite a bit smaller, but they're really not. I mean, tulips are pretty big. I want to say they're probably the same size as poppies. Christine says it's not about winning. It's about you using your God given to bring joy to all. Thank you, girl. God will present your work to those who need to see it. Thank you so much. Y'all, this is a religious works art show, or I probably wouldn't be entering it. But I thought this piece might fit. So that's why I thought I would give it a whirl. Ooh, I like this salmon color. Now they have taken a little bit of yellow and mixed in. I like that idea. So let's do that too, because that's a beautiful accent. Adding that yellow in there. And I like doing it while it's still wet, because then it kind of blends in with it. So I'm just trying to do that and not have too much raw edge, but that it blends well. So just so that we're not scraping the paint off, just now trying to pat it in for blending. And I'm not doing mine exactly. Let me show you. So the way that they have it is kind of more streaky and then splotchy, and I'm doing mine just a little bit different. So I'm really using this napkin as a reference, but then kind of doing my own thing too. So, and then let me rinse off my brush, and then I'm going to get some more of this salmon and kind of round this out. All right. Now, probably let's put some little blue, like I talked about, putting some of those little blue flowers here. I could probably put some more of those little blue flowers through here. And I need to keep in mind, I'm going to need another little palette. Using all these colors, and it's just too much fun. Thinking here. Hang on. I'm going to use this green. It's called leaf green, because I'm not sure that I need to use a bright springy green for this. And I just happened to think, because of the way I have this tulip positioned, I want to be mindful of where is that in relation to where our stem needs to go. So I got to think about that too. And I might have missed that opportunity, but we'll see if we can't recover. I'm going to pat in some yellow. Or maybe we'll just pretend that there's one behind it or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So let's get some of this leaf green going. I'm just going to dot this in right in behind. And put a little bit right there. But then underneath, we really need to mute this, because once we get inside the glass, we'll just let water be a certain point. That could be interesting, is if we mute it. I don't know, y'all. I've never done glass before. This could be really interesting. And I always like it when it kind of crisscrosses. Now, I want to go back up to this poppy again while that's kind of drying. And I want to add some detail to that. I actually want to add in, I need a dark brown. This is dark chocolate. I'm just going to get a little bit because I'm adding in. Are y'all still with me? I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here just a talking. Well, hello, Catherine Nicole. How are you? Tulips in the parlor, tulips in the park. There's nothing better than tulips in the dark. Christine. Oh, it's so funny. You are so funny. Okay. So I'm going to add, oops, sorry, you guys. I want to add some dark brown to the center of this poppy just to give it some interest. Okay. Do you like what you see so far? I hope so. And I just thought about this. This is bothering me, but so I got to do this. Inside, oops, I just stuck my hand right in the wet paint. That's just not good. Let me pat that back down because I made a mess. Catherine Nicole, I made a mess. What happens when you make a mess? You just fix it. That's just all there is to it. Y'all, have got paint all over me. I can't get this to fill in. I think because it's still kind of wet and tacky. It's wanting to lift. So let's just let it sit and I will be more mindful. And then we'll go back and add some yellow. But yet I can't help myself. I just keep messing with it. All right. That's a pretty color how that does right there, I think. Okay. Back to what was bothering me. I want to take then down some black. And I've got, this has got to be detailed a little bit for me. I'm going to go right in here and add some depth to this center. Okay. Makes me feel a little bit better. Want to add a little bit, a streak right in through here. I'm trying to get my brush just right, you guys. If you have too much paint, you'll glob. And I'm really wanting very fine lines. There we go. All right. So now, while I'm here, I'm going to rework in some of this pink to cover up some of my imperfections in the black. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Then I'm going to go back and put the white back in. Now I want to go up here to this poppy, and I feel like I need to add some detail up there because otherwise it just looks like a big tornado thing happening. So I want to add some detail there. And I think I'm going to use this brown instead of black, because I think it will complement the yellow a little bit more. So I'm thinning down some brown, and I'm getting a really good point on my brush. Make sure I don't have too much water on there. And let's see what we got going on here. And I'm trying to think about what's going on with these petals. Looking at this napkin, seeing how they're shaped, what direction they're going in. And then I may have to go back and kind of enhance that a little bit more. But I want to put a little bit of shadow right in behind this tulip, because that's going to give it a little bit of life. And then I'm going to spread that out. That brown didn't do what I wanted it to, so I'm probably just going to paint over it. But I do need a little contrast there behind this little tulip. So let's just do that. And I think maybe if I use shades of the yellow, that will do better. And maybe I need to add white in there. I might try that to see if it doesn't give some contrast to help differentiate the different things that are going on. And let me just add a little more height to different areas. Be whimsical. I keep telling myself, be whimsical. Y'all, I'm not good at it. That's why I wanted to try this, is because just like I needed to work on my chapels, I need to work on my whimsical. Okay. Catherine Nicole says yes. And Ava says yes. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are just the best audience ever. Okay, so let me pick up some white, even while this is wet, and work that in. And that just might be what I needed to do. And highlight the petals that are going on. Let me put some more yellow back in to kind of tone down the thickness of the white. I don't know. I'm going to have to let that sit. You know me, I got to think about it. Oh, thank you, Ann Thornton, my friend. All right, so now I want to add just a little bit of detail to this tulip so that we've got a little bit of, our petals look like they're kind of standing out, separated a little bit. So I'm just going to add some of that in here. Then let me work on that some more. Whimsical, think whimsical. Whimsical, think whimsical. Y'all, I'm telling you, I have to do more of this just so I can get better at it. I'm gonna work it in. I see all these other people painting this stuff and I just love it. But I'm like, I just can't get it done. What is wrong with me? I feel like I got a little bit too much white there, but let's just get some salmon. We'll mix it in there. And because we're thinking whimsical, I'll get it eventually. And we're just gonna go with it. And then we're going to put the yellow on this side because that's pretty. And we've got the white going on at the top. Okay. Some of this is just more of a challenge than some of that. Like the pink flower started out like, I can do this. I got this. I don't got this now. All right. I've probably done about as much damage to this little tulip that I need to do. And I keep messing with it there again, y'all. I don't know when to leave it alone. All right. Walk away from the flower. Okay. Y'all think I'm nuts, don't you? Sorry. Oh my. All right, I need to do some of them little blue flowers. They are too pretty. And oh, I know what color. Well, maybe. I started to say that. Maybe I don't. No, I probably need to do a different color, come to think of it. Oh, thank you, lady. Y'all are my friends. Y'all are going to always be nice to me, aren't you? I need, ooh, here's a good color. This is called, I've used this before. It's called Dolphin. And it's a lighter blue, and I think it's just what we need to do. We do need some lightness here. I'm shaking it up because I can tell it has settled. I can tell by the way the bottle feels. I hope I get something out. There are some colors I'm just needing to just say it's time to do something different. So, all right. See, this is a very soft kind of a gray blue. I think it's going to be really pretty on here. So let me slide this a little bit. Let's see what we can do with this. So I'm going to use a little bit shorter and see what we can do. We're just going to just dab. Let's just dab. How about that? Let's just dab. And I don't feel like there should be a ton. Maybe we'll just dab one or two right through here. I don't want to put one there. I want to put one there, but I don't need to put one there. We'll do it like this. Let's dab one right here. Let's dab one peeking out over here. I kind of like that. What do you think? Oh, there's Rhonda. How are you, my friend? Thank you, girl. Listen, if you happen to like what you see. And if you are so inclined to give me some hearts, um, I want to send a mystery gift to someone. And so, if you like what you see and you feel inclined to give hearts, I'm writing those names then down on pieces of paper. If you tell me that you did that, oh, thank you. Oh, y'all are precious. And so, if you're just joining me and you want to do the hearts thing, I'd be happy to write your name down if you want me to, because I'd love to send a mystery gift to somebody because I love it. I love my friends. Um, Ava says, no, not nuts. Did a bunny face and it took me 20 minutes. That's nuts. Oh my goodness. Easter's over and you're still painting a bunny. Well, listen, there is a Easter egg that I started the other day and it's not done, but it's done enough. But it's not where I wanted to be. Rhonda, awesome, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, write your name down. Listen, in case you don't know, okay, Rena, I have the free group that you just have to request to join so that you guys can share your stuff. So, Ava, I would love for you to put a picture of that in there. I want to see it. So, do that for me, okay? And well, if you're not in the group already, send me a request and I'll let you in. It's free access. I have to do that to kind of keep out the trolls and stuff like that. People from sundry places that we don't really need them in that group. If you can read between the lines there. Um, Gotcha, Rena. Um, so that's why it's free, but you do have to request membership. And but that's an awesome place for you. Okay, awesome. I would love to see it. All right, so let me see what I can do with these little purple. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go a bit early tonight. These little blue flowers. I want to add just some little white accents to them, I think. Let's do that. All right, what else should we do? Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Just felt it, girl. I just felt it. And this is my inspiration. These napkins. Did a little baby sprinkle for my daughter this weekend, and we used those napkins. So let's see here. I'm just going to leave that right there, I think. I think I will. Oh, Ann. Yes, ma'am. Let me put you down, girly. All righty. I have you down. Okay. I keep looking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So you have to hit the hearts button. Just to clarify, the hearts button that's on there. Catherine Nicole, did you hit the hearts button for me? So it's not just sending me hearts in the comments, but hitting that hearts button up there. And I see there's 11 hearts up there. So I'm hoping y'all hit that more than that. And it's just not telling me right here. I'm sorry it's so complicated. So complicated. And they won't ever just leave it alone. And it gets discussed quite often in this creatives community that I'm in. All right, y'all. I know I've been on here a long time, but are y'all? I would love to get this done, wouldn't you? I could wait. We could work on it tomorrow night because I know I've been on here an hour and a half. I've missed y'all. I have just missed y'all. So why don't we come back tomorrow night? We'll finish up this little piece tomorrow night because I really like it. me see if I can turn it where it's not so tilted. Look there. Let's see. The light's really hitting it, isn't it? Let me see if I can get it angled up a little bit. There we go. Look how that navy looks almost velvety. Can you see that? It looks almost velvety. And then we've got these pretty flowers going. But what I need to do next is to finish the vase. And maybe give it just a little table setting or something, just a little horizon, just so that it's sitting on something, not hanging out in space. Because my OCD won't handle that very well at all. But anyway, we're going to work on the water part tomorrow. So thank you, Christine. Thank you, Janice and Anne. Y'all, these could be note cards, couldn't they? All right, so this is what we're going to do. We'll take these out. Wish I had a little bit better. Well, it'll be okay. I'm just going to mix them up like this. Okay. And then I'm going to shake them up. But I think I got them pretty mixed up. I'm going to mix them some more. I'm not looking. In fact, it's hidden by my phone. I can't even see it, okay? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to draw a name. I've got a name. Who is it? Ready? Ava! Ava, I'm going to send you a mystery gift. Will you message me your address? And then I'll be happy to stick that in the mail to you. And I think you'll like it. I've been trying to get some neat things that would be fun things. And things that I would enjoy receiving if it were me on the receiving end. So I always try to think about that. Now, what would I like to see? Would I be good with getting this? And of course, I try to think about those things. So anyway, this is where we're going to leave off for tonight. And so, Eva, please, please, please send me your address, okay? Well, you're very welcome, girl. Listen, have fun at the beach. I'm just a little bit jealous, but that's okay. That is awesome. Thank you all for being with me tonight. Y'all are just incredible. Y'all are just the best group of ladies, and I just love y'all. I just want you to know I love you. I'm trying to get this glare off of this. Maybe I tell you what I need to do. Hang on. Hang on. I need to adjust this. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. There we go. Get that light off of it. All right, you guys. We have been on here. We have had to catch up, haven't we? It's been a while and a lot going on. So, y'all, let's meet back here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And if you can join, I would love to see you. I would love to see you. But if not, I understand. But listen, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I love you and I appreciate you being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being my friends. And I appreciate your prayers very much. I love you. So you all have a wonderful evening and I will see you tomorrow night, okay? Good night, guys. Bye.